Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jenga Matthews here to give you a look at the severe weather now happening within our area. So, as you can tell, a severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 9 p.m., but that's not all. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in Ashtabula County, and we're looking at a tornado warning for Ashtabula, Crawford, and Erie in effect until 1:45 p.m., which is just a little less than a half an hour from now. So if we remove the lightning counter, you can see just how active this storm pretty much is. We're looking at not just red, purple, even black. So within the severe thunderstorm warning, there are chances of hail other than just thunderstorms. But if we look at the possibility of rotation because of the tornado warning, we can see that there is a bit of red next to the green. So that signifies that there are winds rotating with height, but this is about 4,500 feet up in the air from the Cleveland radar. So this is just radar indicated. Doesn't necessarily mean that there actually is rotation hitting the ground. All right, let's see who is all here. All right, I'm not really seeing any comments right now. But if you do have any photos of severe weather that you would like to post to us, you can post it to our email, which is weather@wjettv.com. All right. I'll just leave this comment up here. Yep. So far within this severe or this tornado warning, which is highlighted by the red here, is in effect until 1:45 p.m. We are noticing from the storm relative winds that let me get rid of that. There we go. From the storm relative winds that there is red and green within that warning. You can see with the red and the green together, that will indicate rotation within the system. So the red is away from the Cleveland radar, green is towards the radar. So it's kind of going like this. All right, now it seems like there's a lot more green than red, but hey, things could pop up again. And this is also 4,500 feet up in the air. So it's just radar indicated rotation. It doesn't really tell us that there is rotation close to the ground, just at 4,500 feet up in the air. Now, if we go over to the Buffalo radar, it might give us a better idea. Okay, we can definitely see a little more rotation happening from the Buffalo radar, though this is like 10,000 feet up in the air, so this is much higher, a lot more rotation higher up. But yeah. Again, this is just radar indicated, just telling us that there is rotation within the air. It doesn't really tell us that there are tornadoes on the ground. So we ask that maybe if you're within this area from like Albion to close to Ashtabula, any part of northeastern Ohio, feel free to send a photo or a video of any funnel cloud touching the ground. Tornado siren going off in Springboro, PA. Also, if you want to may hear that Craig Flynn is also doing a little cut-in on TV, so if you want to check him out, you can do that as well. Is there a threat of a tornado? Yes, there is a threat of a tornado given this tornado warning. The National Weather Service is saying let's see, it's radar indicated rotation, meaning that it's in the air, it's being detected by radar. There's a lot of rotation in the air, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there is rotation happening on the ground. We're going to need video and photo of that to really confirm if there actually is a tornado about to touch the ground if there's like a funnel cloud really close to the ground. This only tells us that there's rotation high up in the air. So the hazards from National Weather Service include tornado and ping pong ball size hail. The thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of northeastern Ashtabula, southwestern Erie, and northwestern Crawford counties. So any rural areas, it looks pretty flat across this section of Ashtabula County from like Pierpoint up to Conneaut.
As to how the storm is behaving.
Craig is coming.
So I just want to show you what the winds are doing inside this thunderstorm. As we kind of go back this way a little bit, notice this area right here as I manipulate the radar. This is the part that we're concerned about, right in here. So that is where there's some rotation going on, that little couplet. So what we're seeing here, and again, you'll just have to bear with me as I go back.
This was the couplet he was talking about, by the way.
Okay, here's the county line, the Erie Crawford County line. There's this little area of rotation right.
So this little area of rotation that Craig was talking about seems like it's in north central, or it's starting to make its way into northeastern Ashtabula County. And we take a look at the distance away from. If we take a look at the distance, how far away it is from other areas like Albia, it seems like it's 14 miles away. The system now moving at about 12 miles per hour, 12 to 17. So maybe within the next hour. That is if we still have that rotation.
Ashtabula and southwestern Erie County, this is until 1:45. We'll switch back over to radar here. And the whole storm itself, I mean, it looks pretty jagged. I'm going to just put a storm track on this so we can show you where we think the worst of it's going. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit, bring it right to about 35 miles an hour. So this is heading towards the Ackerley area and into Cherry Hill. So pretty rural out here. But what we're watching for, again, is the potential for some rotation within this thunderstorm. And, you know, it's kind of messy, but there's definitely something there. So this is still in eastern Ashtabula County right now, fairly rural area. We're going really tight near Allen's Corners and Beulah, right along Township Highway 138, getting ready to cross into County Highway 33. Again, this is far eastern Ashtabula County, but notice that the tornado warning itself does include parts of southwestern Erie County, western Crawford County. So
what about downtown Erie? Let me see here. Let me get the warn tool. Or I could use this warn tool to like expand the possibility of this approaching Erie. It seems like all right, looks like Erie's not really on here.
This is radar indicated rotation. So a lot of times when that happens, the radar beam might be shooting it at a different altitude.
Well, given this, it seems like I'd say between 145 and 150. That is if the system still holds up by the time it reaches to Erie.
Tornado warning. Here's what you want to do. You know, obviously.
Waterford. Good question, Rickley. Let's see. Waterford's all the way over here, and it seems like from about right here where the worst of the storm is to Waterford, about 34 miles. Now, if we take a look at this information right here, covering this whole area, giving us times when the system could reach those cities in this area. It seems like maybe by 150 as well, it could reach Waterford if it still holds up the way it is right now. Given the time lapse, it seems like it's spreading out now. This is for the severe thunderstorm. as well as the tornado warning. Now, we are still noticing rotation within the system, but again, from the Cleveland radar, this is about 5,000 feet up in the air. Doesn't tell us if there actually is rotation on the ground. It's just a radar indicated rotation at this moment. Yeah, doesn't tell us if a tornado will form on the ground. We're going to need a video or photos for that. If you're able to post any photos or video to our email, be sure to feel free to do that, or maybe you can do that on the comments as well.
Right? But we still have that potential as it is showing some signs of rotation. Let's take a look at the hail because that's another element of this storm that we're watching. We'll show you this little hail core right here again. This is very rural eastern Ashtabula County, indicating some hail there near Monroe Center, just to the north of Allen's Corners, east of Plymouth. That's what that pink shade is. And I want to try and just clean this up a little bit for you. So I took the warnings off so you could see where there's potential for some hail. So what you're looking at now, again, is where the hail core would be falling. So this pink shade that you see right here.
So Craig was talking about the hail core right now in northeastern Ashtabula. It seems like the highest or like the most intense part of this hail core, the center of it, is east of Plymouth. There we go. Yeah, this is the chance of 1.5 inches of hail just east of Plymouth. That's the center of the hail core right here, but also we can see up to a ½ inch of hail just outside Plymouth, maybe 1 inch as well.
What you're seeing here is the shear rate. In other words, how the wind's changing direction.
Oh, we're getting sirens in Corey right now. Oh, it's falling over in our area now. All right. I'll try to give you the times, the possible times when it can hit other areas. That is, if it sustains itself. Right now, it's moving to the east. Let's see, Cambridge Springs right now. It's seems to be about 30 miles away, maybe a little less than from the intense center of the storm. Given that it's moving at about 12 miles per hour. Let's see.
Hey Jacob, can I interrupt real quick and put the reflectivity back on, please? More traditional radar.
All right, back to me. Let's see. How far away was it again? Oh, about 30 miles. A little less than that. So yeah, maybe a little more than an hour. I want to say, let's see if we put it in the area right here. It's a lot of information. I want to say maybe, yeah, after 2 p.m. Let's see, how far out is Branchville?
15 minutes. We have that potential potential of a tornado. Remember, we have to have ground truthing confirmation.
Yeah, can't really find Branchville right now, but given how fast the system is moving, I'd say a little more than an hour from now, maybe even 1 hour from now, Cambridge Springs will be hit by this system. Looks like something is forming over in Union City right now. Let's see here. Union City will eventually, it seems like it's getting something right now. 1:49 p.m. It seems like the worst of this will hit Union City. As for Corey, if I expand that a little, Corey could get the worst of this system that just popped out of nowhere at 1:58 p.m. So it looks like anytime before 2 p.m., anywhere from Union City to Corey in eastern Erie County could get some heavy storms. Now it looks like something else is formed over in Warren. This kind of system can really expand over northwestern Pennsylvania, given all of the moisture and the heat. anything can really pop up. Now for Warren, let's see. We're looking at this core right here. That's moving to the northeast a little, and it could slide into Corey. Could miss Corey just to the south, but looks like it's less than a half an hour away from Warren. So about 2 p.m., maybe the worst of this system, if it continues to expand, will hit Warren. Same case for Youngsville. Actually, Youngsville is having is about to get another cell. Going over to Youngsville or Pittsfield, 1:55 p.m. That is if the strongest part of this system actually reaches Pittsfield by that time. For Youngsville, maybe a few minutes later, I'd say 2 p.m., much like Warren.
That's evolving as some of the latest radar scans keep coming in here.
Any big hail within this system? Let's see.
Still looking at some rotation here as the radar updates.
There's like a very small chance of hail. If we zoom in over here, you can see a hail core right here. It's purple at the moment. It's not pink, so we're not really seeing anything too large in terms of hail size. Only a half inch of hail. This is just east of Hatchtown, trying to make its way into the border of Crawford and Warren. We're also looking at a chance of half-inch hail. Let's see, southwest of Union City and south of Waterford. Looks like it's making its way into Union City. The system's moving at 17 miles per hour. Let's see, clear all of that. Union City, 1:52 p.m. So that's about 20 minutes away. And maybe the next 20 minutes you could start to see chances of hail falling in Union City, according to the radar. Is that the tornadic system that's supposed to hit Warren? No, there's no tornado warning in Warren at the moment, so it's not the same system. How's Canandaigua Lake looking? Let's see. Canandaigua Lake.
Works its way off to the east. So I want to put another track on this. So just bear with me here as we get to the computer.
Craig, I'm having a little trouble finding Canandaigua Lake.
Canandaigua Lake is over here.
Okay.
Yep. So
there it is.
Little area of circulation.
The watch was really covering.
So that
lake, it was kind of hard to tell.
Area.
All right. Okay. Canandaigua Lake is already getting heavy rain, as it seems, on the radar. And the cell was actually kind of moving away from Canandaigua Lake. Even the chance of hail was moving away from Canandaigua Lake. So I'm not really expecting any chance of hail for Canandaigua Lake at this moment. Look more towards Union City. Yeah, towards Union City, there is a chance of hail over there. Again, maybe 1:55 p.m., 20 minutes from now. Expect a chance of half-inch hail, indicated by the radar. And it is moving in the direction towards Union City, so that likens the chances of hail even more for that location. Now, going back to the tornado warning, looks like there's a lot of heavy rain, torrential downpours, and even a chance of pretty large hail right now. This indicates 2-inch hail. Ooh, that 2-inch hail, that core right there.
We issued the warning here.
Whoops.
Okay.
That core right there, if we zoom in a little.
There we go. That's the latest radar scan right there.
Seems like it's east of Sheffield Center. It's moving towards the northeast. At least this core is moving towards the northeast at about 17 miles per hour. So what cities are or what towns are within this area, you may ask? Not really much. It seems like it's a lot of rural areas. It is approaching Township Highway 414, State Route 84, State Route 7, as well as Center Road. And it seems like it's bound to reach the border of Ashtabula and Erie County as well. How long will this be? Or how long will this take? Yeah, how long will it take before it reaches the border? Kind of hard to tell. It's not really showing us any cities within this area. But if I were to guess, given that it's moving at 17 miles per hour and it's almost 9 miles away, I'd say within the next half hour. That is if it sustains itself.
Let's see.
It might not be 2-inch hail. It might be smaller size hail, but the chances are still moving towards the northeast into this border. So look out for that.
134 east.
Is any of this going to affect the city of Erie? Well, given the direction that this is moving right now, it is sort of pointing towards Erie, and the system is starting to spread a little. So if you look over to the visible satellite showing us cloud cover, there is a lot of cloud cover right now in Erie. And with the increase in cloud cover, that could kind of weaken the system a little because we're not really getting much heat on the ground to help sustain the system. With the cloud cover, it's kind of cooling Erie off a little. So whatever is happening now in northeastern Ohio, as well as western Erie County, might not be as bad if it reaches Erie, downtown Erie. As of now, the worst of this system is about 34 miles or 33 miles away from Erie, and the system is moving at 17 miles per hour. So I'd say in the next couple hours, if it sustains itself, if the cloud cover doesn't really weaken it so much for it to just disappear completely, then in the next 2 hours, this part of the system will hit downtown Erie. But given the cloud cover, there's a chance it might weaken a little. But as of now, it doesn't seem like it's weakening anytime soon. It hasn't really reached Erie County yet, where we're seeing a lot of cloud cover. So, again, there may be a chance that that could happen by that time. And yes, get animals in and safe. Yeah, if you have pets, be sure to bring them indoors immediately. Yeah, with a tornado warning, you're going to want to shut your windows and go to the lower floor of a building, including your house or maybe a main building, whatever you can do. Lots of thunder and water for right now. Want to add something, Craig, to the Facebook people?
We're live on Facebook and live on TV here with you this afternoon as we continue to track this tornado warning that's in effect. Again, at last check, it was until 1:45. So for another 6 minutes, we'll see if this gets extended. And also, I also don't want to forget to mention while I'm here, we also have thunderstorms heading towards the Corey area and also into parts of Warren County. These are not anything severe in terms of like a severe thunderstorm warning, but they could become severe at any minute. So again, we're watching the potential for this rotation to come into far western and northwestern Crawford County here. Yeah, it's right on the county line. It's right on the county line. Let's move this to the east and see where else we can pick up, again, a couple more of these towns that we're concerned with here. So if this were to hold together.
Yeah, and again, this is radar indicated rotation. Doesn't mean that there is rotation on the ground. It means there's actually rotation high up in the air. This is coming from the Cleveland radar. If you look at the velocity, we can still see that there is rotation just approaching the border. And from the Cleveland radar, this is over 5,300 feet up in the air. So yeah, it's not indicating that there's rotation on the ground. It doesn't say that there is a tornado happening, but it does say that there is rotation high up in the air. And if we were to indicate that there actually is a tornado on the ground, we're going to need a photo or a video.
Authority to do that. What I'm telling you is this is a radar indicated tornado. So we will continue to keep an eye on it. And just looking at, the conventional radar, which you're used to seeing on TV anyway, is it's kind of messy looking. I don't really see anything that's discernibly like a hook echo or anything, but there's definitely still some rotation. But the good news here is it looks like that area of rotation is weakening a little bit more.
You may have heard Craig said that the area of rotation actually is kind of weakening a little bit more, but there is still rotation and it is still heading to the east, actually towards Cambridge Springs at this moment. 2:10 p.m. If the rotation were still to be there by the time it reaches Cambridge Springs, it'll reach Cambridge Springs at 2:10 p.m. Probably Sagertown 4 minutes earlier as well. But if we look at a quick time lapse, you can kind of see that the rotation is. There we go. Yeah, you kind of see the rotation is weakening a little bit. This little green core right here, it's like it kind of brightened up a little before it reached the border. But once it reached the border, looks a little. It doesn't really look as strong. Doesn't really look as large. Doesn't really look as pronounced either. So we are noticing some things are weakening with that rotation. For that rotation to really sustain itself, you're going to need a lot of heat battling with the cooler air. And it seems like this is approaching an area where there is a little more cloud cover. And with that cloud cover, it kind of cooled off this area a little more near the border, near western Crawford County and even close to Albion. So it seems like there's not really a lot of hot air, a lot of heat to really battle with that cool air to maintain that rotation. So it seems like the rotation is weakening, but it is still heading towards Cambridge Springs as well as Sagertown, and it may reach those areas in between 2 p.m. and 2:10 p.m. As for Spring, Conneautville, a little earlier, before 2 p.m., I'd say within the next 10 to 20 minutes.
This is going to be heading for the Spring area, north of Conneautville.
As for Edinburgh, it looks like it's the same time as Cambridge Springs, so maybe in between 2:05 and 2:10 p.m. if that rotation sustains itself by the time it reaches Edinburgh. But I am not placing very high bets on that right now. What about Girard? Yeah, it seems like part of this system is moving towards Girard. Not so much the rotation, but more this large hail core. I think that's the hail core right there. Yeah, that's a pretty big hail core. Well, it is moving towards Girard, and Girard at this moment is about a half an hour away from this core. So, given the nature of the storm, given how fast it's moving, it's possible it may reach Girard by about 2:12 p.m. Now, looking at the time lapse, it seems like the hail core is actually kind of sustaining itself at this moment, but there's still plenty of time for that to change. It could enter an area where there's a lot of cloud cover, where things have cooled off a little.
Are there any new updates on the timing of the warning? I see we've got another severe thunderstorm warning in effect.
Yes, we did.
What are we doing with the tornado warning here? Are we extending that? We should be getting an
looks like
from the Weather Service any minute.
It looks like the tornado warning is gone.
Okay, it looks like, yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. So as I was saying, Girard, maybe 2:12 p.m. If the system sustains itself, it could reach Girard. But there's a lot of cloud cover, so there's still time for that to change. With all that cloud cover, it could cool things off, so we might not see as much hail or as much of the large hail that northeastern Ashtabula County is now seeing.
And we're going to stay on as long as we need to, Ryan.
Yeah, now the severe thunderstorm warning has extended into Erie County. It looks like it's just south of Girard, but it is within Albion, Cherry Hill, Ackerley, Cranesville, even West Springfield, and even East Springfield until 2:45 p.m. So pretty much within the next hour, we'll be under a severe thunderstorm warning. A lot of heavy downpours right now. Seems like the core of this system is approaching East Springfield, West Springfield, at around 2 p.m. That is the hail core that is now affecting Ashtabula County, pretty close to the border. All right. Ripley asked about Waterford again. So, it's a little too far to really. I think it is a little too far to really give that same shaded area that I'm giving Gerard and Tia. But if I use the ruler tool and the speed of the system, let's see, 30 miles from Waterford, speed 17 miles per hour. I'd say about 45 minutes it could reach Waterford, this hail core. But the heavier downpours will reach Waterford a little sooner. Let me just switch the tools here. Now, let me turn off the warnings. That'll probably make it a little easier to control this thing. All right. There we go. Waterford's within the shaded area. From the heavy downpours, it looks like in the next half hour, we'll start to see heavy downpours reaching into Waterford. The same heavy downpours that are affecting Albion. For Edinburgh, that'll be sooner, 2:05 p.m. So less than 20 minutes from now. Rotation is no longer detected, you may ask. I mean, there's still rotation, but it's really high up in the atmosphere. It's radar indicated. Of course, that doesn't tell us that there is rotation close to the ground. And given that there's no longer a tornado warning, I guess that confirms that there's not really rotation very close to the ground, but it is still high up in the air. Looks like a big core of severe weather is over Union City right now. Looks like a lot of hail. Oh boy.
Yeah,
or at least a chance of 1-inch hail. Yep. With this chance of 1-inch hail, it has been confirmed that there is now a severe thunderstorm warning over Union City as well as Corry, and this will be in effect until 2:45 p.m., same as the other warning over Albion. Main threats include, of course, hail as well as wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Yeah, 60 miles per hour, and even look out for flooded roadways. Localized flooding can make it difficult to drive on the road, so just avoid flooded roadways if you must drive at this time. Looks like there's larger hail still impacting parts of Ashtabula County as that system is moving to the Erie County border. Two-inch hail. Now that system is moving east. There is a possibility it could reach Albion. If we take a look at that shaded area again, maybe at about 2:11 p.m. There's a chance Albion could start to see some hail falling. Maybe a little earlier. Oh, Tom Atkins is here.
Very good on there.
Thanks.
We just talked to Marshall. He's setting up in Conneautville.
By the airport.
So there's nothing on anything touching down at this point. One just expired, right?
Yes, it did. All right, Fairview, 2:15 p.m. There's a chance maybe hail could fall in that area by then, maybe a little earlier, between 2:10 and 2:15 p.m. Same case for the airport, Fairplain, Avonia, Franklin Center, Girard even. Lake City maybe a little earlier. East Springfield. Seems like the cities where this hail core could reach earlier than others has a higher chance of actually hitting those cities because there's a chance it may not sustain itself by the time it reaches Fairview, Girard. By the time it reaches Cherry Hill and Ackerley, there's a higher chance because it could still sustain itself by the time it reaches those cities. So yeah, if you live near Ackerley, Cherry Hill, Albion, even West Springfield, I would highly recommend going indoors within, say, the next 10 to 20 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. Yeah, highly recommended to stay indoors and head to a lower room in the building. Close your windows as well, because there could be very high wind gusts accompanying these storms, not just hail. All right, so it looks like the hail core kind of weakened a little, but it's still pretty strong. We are still looking at a chance of, I think that's 1-inch hail right there. Yes, still a chance of 1-inch hail to reach Albion and Ackerley within the next 5 to 10 minutes, even West Springfield. Just started raining in Springboro. What's expected in Corey?
Yeah, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for Corey, and also one has just been issued for Warren County.
Oh, Warren County now.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like there's a hail core heading towards Pittsfield and Youngsville. Bring up the shaded area again. Pittsfield, 2:06 p.m. Youngsville, 2:12 p.m. That is if that hail core sustains itself and reaches those areas within those times. So, looks like 10 to 20 minutes from now, Pittsfield and Youngsville could start seeing hail. As of now, the core is still up at 1-inch hail. Will it sustain itself to still have 1-inch hail by the time it reaches Pittsfield and Youngsville? Well, there is a lot of cloud cover right now over there, possibly cooling off those areas, so a little hard to tell. There's a chance it could diminish, but of course we'll keep close watch on that system. Union City and Corey seem to be in a similar situation. Well, Union City already seems to be getting the hail. Corey, on the other hand, is still outside of that hail core until about 2:18 p.m., maybe a little earlier, because this is like the center of the hail core, not exactly the edge of the hail core. Now, if you're curious about the edge of the hail core, well, could reach Corey. Actually about 2:21 p.m. That's a little weird. I guess it changed to 2:21 p.m. now. But yeah, that's less than a half an hour from now. Still plenty of time for that system to kind of like diminish a little, so we'll keep close watch on that. Will Gerard be getting a bad storm? It's within the field of maybe a bad storm, given the direction that this system is moving. Part of it is moving towards the northeast. Part of it is kind of like skimming to the south a little. If we take a look at a weather camera right now for Gerard, let me just pull that up. I'm sure we will see heavy rain at the moment, but I don't really think we're going to see hail right now. Now maybe the rain might not be heavy. Well, let's see. Pulling that up right now. Okay, so it looks a little misty over there. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that the ground is wet. So yeah, there is rain happening in Gerard at the moment. Kind of zoom out a little. Oh yeah, definitely raining in Gerard at the moment, but it doesn't look like heavy rain right now. Let's go back to the radar. Yeah, it seems like Gerard is still outside of that heavy core, but it is still moving within that general direction, even towards Fairview. But Fairview will be after Gerard.
They dropped me, or am I seeing things? No, I'm seeing things.
Is the weather call still up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kingway, Dark Green Spring Road. Near the airport, what should we expect? All right. So near the airport, that would be near Fairview. Let's see. Given the general direction of the storm, it seems like the core of heavy rainfall is now about 17 minutes away from Fairview, as well as maybe the airport. So expect heavy downpours, maybe even high winds. Let's see. See what the wind speeds are like right now within the system. Yeah, wind gusts 22, maybe 25 miles per hour. I'd say 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts you can expect in the next 17 minutes in the airport, as well as heavy downpours, even a chance of thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the lightning calendar. Well, it's mostly cloud to cloud lightning, not really seeing any cloud to ground lightning strikes at the moment, but still, there's a possibility that you can get lightning strikes on the ground. So yeah, you want to be careful with that as well near the airport. Heavy rain and thunder in Corey. Yep. Oh yeah. Seems like all that heavy rain is now moving into Corey. Union City, still within that core of heavy rain, even getting some thunderstorms. As for hail, seems like the hail core is now moving out of Union City. So might not have to worry about that for now, or at least for a little while. But there's still a lot of hail happening over in western Erie County. Seems like the hail is still trying to make its way towards Albion. How much time left is there? 2:18, so 20 minutes. 20 minutes could possibly see hail falling in Albion, maybe even in Cranesville, but that'll be a little later. So dark. No, the tornado warning is no longer in effect, Amanda Phillips. So no need to prepare for that. Still a lot of rotation up in the air, but that's radar indicated, and it's really high up in the air. Doesn't really mean that there's rotation at the ground. And with the tornado warning no longer in effect, that tells us that there is pretty much no rotation close to the ground anymore. It seems like when the system entered Erie, it seems like it entered a little bit of a cooler area because we did get cloud cover, a lot of cloud cover before the system reached into Erie County. A lot more cloud cover compared to Ashtabula. So that's good news. With this cooler weather, it could help weaken the system a little, but it doesn't seem like it's weakening anytime soon, however. It's still approaching Albion within the next 10 to 20 minutes. A lot of heavy rain now in Albion. Girard, maybe next 5 to 10 minutes. Erie, let's see here. 2:26 p.m. So the next 27 minutes, it looks like heavy rain could approach Erie, but Presque Isle may be a little earlier than that, given that a core of heavy rain is actually over the lake at this moment. Compared to Erie, let's see, Dock Junction is at 2:20, so that could be the same time as Presque Isle as well. So maybe the next 20 minutes, Presque Isle could really start to get heavy downpours. All right. Yeah, this warning is still in effect until 2:45 p.m. As of now, cities like Waterford are not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but there's still potential for Waterford to fall within that warning. Let's see, the heaviest of this system is now about 25 minutes away from Waterford. If the system really sustains itself within that time, wouldn't really surprise me if they extend the severe thunderstorm warning into Waterford, which could be possible, given that the system is not really weakening very soon. But there's still time for it to weaken, as it is kind of approaching a cooler area over in Erie County, we've been getting a lot of cloud cover compared to Ashtabula County. So that cooled us off in time. Yeah, just in time for the system to approach Erie County. So yeah, there is a chance for it to diminish before it reaches Waterford, but of course we're still going to keep a close watch. Would you like to jump into the Facebook Live, Craig?
I got to get stuff set up for Tom, and then him and I want to look at some things, and then yeah, we can switch out. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good.
Thanks, Craig. Always with a positive attitude. Always sending those positive vibes. That's Craig for you. Such a great individual. All right. Oh, looks like something else has been issued. I'll try to figure that out. Warren County.
Okay.
Just another severe thunderstorm warning in Warren County. Oh boy, it looks like there's actually a lot of hail happening over in Warren County at this moment, or at least a chance of a lot of hail. Let's see.
No, what show do you want? Oh, okay.
Clarendon seems to be under a hail core. Warren, not really. At least the chance of hail isn't there. If you're curious about hail for Warren, well, it seems like the chance for hail in Warren could happen in the next 25 minutes or so.
That's easy enough. I can quickly.
But it looks like there's a lot of heavy rain and hail happening just south of Clarendon, and even south of Youngsville at the moment. In between Tidiute and Youngsville, there's a lot of heavy rain and even some hail that could cause minor damage to vehicles as well as damage to trees and power lines. There actually is a hail core kind of approaching Youngsville at the moment. Maybe in the next 25 minutes for Youngsville too, much like Warren. As of now, the chance of hail is at half a diameter, or half an inch for a diameter. All right, so in the next 25 minutes or so, Youngsville or Warren could be getting a bit of hail, maybe half inch. That is if it doesn't diminish by the time it reaches Youngsville and Warren. Is there a tornado warning anywhere in Erie County? Nope, no more tornado warnings. Seems like the rotation has weakened a little, at least the profile of that rotation, meaning like the height of it seems to have weakened. So we're no longer under a tornado warning. Don't have to worry about that. What we do have to worry about right now is all this hail and these heavy downpours, as well as all of this lightning. Seems like, of course, there are more cloud-to-cloud lightning strikes than cloud-to-ground lightning strikes. Seems like over Fairview we only got a couple. Yeah. Let's take a look at what the temperatures look like. All right, 80, 79. We're getting like upper 70s and low 80s for Erie. Seems like all that cloud cover has kind of cooled us off a little. If we go all the way over, yeah, actually, if we go to where there is not as much cloud cover, which I believe is in parts of New York State, like Chautauqua County, we can see a lot more low 80s, but we're now getting 70s over in Erie County. So with the cooler air, that's kind of helping diminish the severe weather a little bit, but not very much right now. All right. northeast. Oh boy. Is that flood advisory?
Yeah, looks like it.
Let's see, northeast. Ooh. Still plenty of time before it can reach northeast. It's possible it could maybe diminish a little before reaching northeast as well, given that we're kind of cooling off from all of these clouds and all this rain. So that might inhibit any severe thunderstorm formation, at least hopefully. What about Summit Township? Summit Township is getting a little bit of rain, but with the heavy core, it could take about 20 to 25 minutes, given that 5 points is right now 17 minutes away from that heavy core. So yeah, prepare for the next 20 to 25 minutes if you live in Summit Township. Oh yeah. Someone mentioned Edinburgh. I think it's a good idea to show a weather camera for that as well. Oh, it looks like there's a lot of heavy rain now happening in Girard. But if we go over to Edinburgh, let's see here. Yeah, Edinburgh is looking pretty wet, maybe a little more wet than other areas. Not really seeing hail right now. From the radar, it seemed like the hail core was still outside of Edinburgh, but it is approaching Edinburgh at the moment. Let's see, going from the edge of that hail core. Oh, looks like it updated a little. All right. From the edge of that hail core to Edinburgh, 2:36 p.m. So less than 30 minutes. So 25 to 30 minutes, Edinburgh could be getting hail. That is if the hail core sustains itself before it reaches Edinburgh. There's still plenty of time for it to diminish a little.
See, where's your graphic for your safety stuff?
When will it be safe to do my parking lot inventory without lighting at the airport? Oh yeah. So, in the case of when the system could end, let's see. Given the time lapse, it is moving towards the northeast, so it seems like the end of it all could be from this little area of clearness right here. You can kind of see how it breaks apart right here. So how far away is that from Fairview? About 19 miles. Maybe about 20 miles away from the airport too. How fast is the system moving? 18 miles per hour. So I guess a little more than an hour. I'd say maybe quarter after 3, around there. There's a chance Fairview and the airport maybe could clear out. Hopefully. All right, back to Youngsville and Warren County. I did mention that there was a hail core happening or heading towards those areas. Seems like it's really approaching Youngsville at the moment. If you live in Youngsville and you want to post a video or a photo to our email, feel free to do so. Oh, yeah, do we have the email up on the Links computer?
I don't know if you're can get it. I'm just trying to get him set up here.
All right. How's Wattsburg looking? Wattsburg? Well, it seems like there's only a chance of rain over there at this moment.
Radar, no.
No hail. Let's see. Given the direction the system is moving, yeah. Something is just popping up south of Waterford, so that something could reach Wattsburg within the next 20 minutes. So yeah, you wanna prepare for the next 20 minutes for any potential heavy rain.
There's a couple of reports for you. All right, can you repeat that, Steve?
Any other questions? How's Meadville looking? From Jamie Bush. Meadville seems to be in the clear, actually. If there were a chance of severe weather to reach Meadville, it would probably be from this system that's now forming north of Freedom, Ohio right now. But it's still very far out. Yeah, Meadville's not even in this report here. So I guess I'm gonna have to do a little bit of manual work here. Let's see, 56 miles away from the heavy rain core, and it's moving at 36 miles per hour, so less than 2 hours. I'd say maybe at about 4 p.m. That is if that system is still there by the time it reaches Meadville. There's still plenty of time for it to either diminish or not.
So here's what we're
going back to Warren, it looks like the heavier rain is approaching that town. Heavy rain, as well as a chance of a hail core. If you look at the hail swath, well, the hail swath actually does tell us if there really is hail right now, but this just tells us if there's a chance of hail. But as of now, there's not really any hail over Youngsville, even though there is a chance at the moment, according to the radar. At this moment, it seems like it's just rain in Warren. Light rain at the moment, but it seems like in the next few minutes, it could turn to heavy rain. If we pull up the weather camera for Warren right now, we can confirm if there's light rain or heavy rain. Yeah, seems the rain is a little light at the moment, not too heavy, but it could really pick up. And with that, the visibility could really lower as well, which will make driving a little more dangerous. So yeah, a couple things you want to look after for driving: flooded roadways and low visibility. The heavier rain could play a big role in lowering the visibility, making it hard to see when you are driving on the road. Also, the heavier rain can really build up flooded roadways too. So if you see a flooded roadway, you know the phrase "turn around, don't drown." Pittsfield is having hail right now. Wow. Yeah. Let's take a look at the Buffalo radar. Okay, the Buffalo radar, let's see, Warren's closer to Buffalo, so it is giving us a more accurate reading of if there's hail or not. It seems like there is a large swath of hail extending from south of Spring Creek towards Clarendon, and even south of Warren. And it seems like the chances of hail are a little higher right now south of Youngsville and into Warren. How much more time is there? About 25 minutes, or maybe 20 to 25 minutes. So yeah, if you live in Warren, be sure to prepare for the next 20 to 25 minutes. there is a chance of hail to fall over in that town. All right.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just do this.
Yeah.
Do your frame.
How are those warnings? Okay, so it looks like the warning from Warren has expired and moved over to McKean County. Seems like it's in effect for Bradford. So it looks like it's a similar case. You want to look out for any large hail as well as high damaging wind gusts. Look out for damaged trees, power lines, and of course look out for flooded roadways. You know the phrase, turn around, don't drown. Speaking of flood, it looks like we're under an aerial flood advisory in Erie County. So yeah, a lot of flooding expected with all these torrential downpours spread across Erie County. We can even see a lot of torrential downpours just southeast of Albion, heading towards Edinburgh at the moment. Away from Edinburgh, looks like about 20 minutes. So yeah, in the next 20 minutes, Edinburgh could start to see a lot of heavy rainfall and a chance of potential flooding as well. So yeah, if you have any plans right now in the next 20 minutes, you probably want to get them done pretty quickly, especially if you're in Edinburgh. Should those storms west know how to dissipate before hitting Union City, or will there be severe thunderstorms there again? If you're talking about the storms at the border, there's still a lot of time. Oh, it looks like maybe it's the storms just east of the border now. There's still a lot of time for those storms to, or there's still a lot of time for us to determine if those storms are going to dissipate or kind of sustain themselves. At this moment, it seems like they're sustaining themselves, but you know, there's still a lot of cloud cover in the area, and there's still a lot of time for Union City to cool down too, so that might make it harder for the system to really sustain itself before it reaches Union City. So it seems like this heavy rain core right here is about 18 miles away from Union City. That same core is moving at 18 miles per hour. So yeah, there's an hour. There's still an hour left until that heavy rain core reaches Union City, which means there's still an hour for us to determine if that system will actually really diminish or sustain itself before hitting Union City. From the looks of it, there's still a lot of cloud cover, so there is a chance for it to diminish. But at the moment, it is still sustaining itself. Fairview is currently being poured on. Now, for the end of all that, hard to tell. There are still storms that could pop up at any moment. But if we were to clear out from the edge of the storm right north of Pierpont, which is about 23 miles away from Fairview,
if you want this,
then let's see. Then we could see that clearing in like the next hour and a half, I'd say. We're now under two separate severe thunderstorm warnings at once. Let me take a look at that. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, we should probably take a look at the weather camera for Warren now. Oh yeah, it's you can definitely see the roads are potentially getting a little flooded. You can see streams of water like flowing towards the sidewalk there. Oh boy. And it seems like the camera is pointing towards the system is coming from. So if I pan the camera up a little, see if we just pan the camera up a little. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, you can barely even see anything beyond those mountains.
Yeah, look at the water on the street.
Yeah, you can see the water on the street. I was just talking about that. Any reports of hail? If so, where and what size?
Have you seen any? Has anybody come in with any?
I'm gonna look at the Storm Prediction Center right now.
Okay, but nothing on Facebook, nothing on your broadcast here that you have heard from anybody on your Facebook Live. Has anybody reported any hail?
Oh yeah, people have reported hail, but I don't think they've reported the size of it just yet. Okay. All right. If you have reported any hail, like any hail sizes as well, tell me what size and where they were reported. Tom Atkins would like to know that information. Hail in Starbrick.
Starbrick, all right, good.
Very large. How large? Like 1 inch, 1.5 inch.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Starbrick so far. Looking up hail reports right now from the Storm Prediction Center.
Here, I'm going to throw this in here too for you. These flood advisories.
No hail reports at the moment, but there is one wind report at the Ohio-Pennsylvania border.
One.
Hailing up in Jake's Rock now. All right.
Yeah, just make sure you get the location, the county. If you don't know the name of the town, Jake.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's another good point. Tom Atkins told me. If you're also able to tell me the county name of the city where there is hail, be sure to tell me that too. Like Starbrick and Jake's Rock. What counties are those in?
Then I'll back it up to this, and we'll just go through the rotation. Each weather can.
All right.
Ooh. Because you're gonna do that from this end.
Looks like Warren.
Come on.
So you want to start with the warnings?
Yeah. I kind of just want to start with an overview, just to show people that there's no tornado warnings. We're all under the watch, and then just go back.
We'll save you a button push.
Okay, Starbrick is Warren County.
All right. Of course. All right. Okay, so then we'll go here. We'll check that. We're over here.
Jake's Rock is also Warren. Okay.
And then.
Seems like Warren is really starting to get.
Yes, sir.
Starting to get that hail. Whoa. Pea-sized hail in Union City about 30 minutes ago. Okay.
All right. When I'm done with that, take it out of here.
Jeez.
Let's just do something else. Yeah. And then.
All right. Anywhere else?
What I want you to do is
Pounding rain. That could even be hail.
And then we'll just talk.
Though I can't really see anything bouncing on the streets right now. Maybe if we can kind of zoom in a little, we can see if there's any bouncing. Anything bouncing. Okay, downward.
Do you want me to work backwards from where we are?
Yeah.
But what are you doing there?
What? Flexion ears.
Oh.
Kind of hard to tell. Not really seeing anything bouncing on the sidewalks.
You got an $3, right?
Seems like it's just really heavy rain now. Oh, there's hail in North Warren right now? Okay. If you're able to tell me the size, we would really appreciate that too. If not, don't worry. Pea-size hail in North Warren. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Boy. Visibility dropped greatly over in Warren, as you can tell. I think I am noticing something bouncing off the streets too. Yeah. Driving in Warren right now is highly discouraged. Small pea size in Warren. I think so. Sorry, someone was asking if that was hail on the Warren camera. Can't really tell for sure, but I'd say so. I mean, I think it would make sense. All right. Pea and dime size hail in Warren City. Oh, pea and dime size.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Keep those hail reports coming. So right now it seems like it's mainly Warren County. Yep. Seems like there may even be a chance in western Erie County still that there is knowing that there is now a severe thunderstorm warning there.
For another 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I would think with all these warnings, they would all include winds and hail.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You just have gusty winds, 50, 60 miles an hour, some small hail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, not just western Erie County, also eastern Ashtabula if you can, and even western Crawford County if possible. Oh wow. The wind has picked up, as you can tell, in Warren. It's now kind of slanting downward. Not just downward, over to the side. All right, Craig and Tom are going to get on the air live on Jet and Fox, right?
Yep.
Jet and Fox, yep. Pretty shortly. So, yeah. Check them out. We'll be on channel 4, or channel 24, channel 66. Really pouring it Edinburgh right now. Okay. Might as well change the weather camera to Edinburgh, see what's going on over there. Oh. Okay, never mind. Tom Atkins will be using that weather camera right now. Okay. It looks like the severe thunderstorm warning seems like the National Weather Service has trimmed it. You can see the orange shaded area right now. If we go back a little, it was a lot larger, but now it looks like it's no longer in effect for Ashtabula County, just for parts of Erie County and Crawford County. Within this severe thunderstorm warning, we're still seeing a chance of hail. Looks like it's just a half an inch. And if we switch to the Cleveland radar, yeah, it seems like just a half an inch. Go to the hail swath. It seems like hail actually is happening at this moment. East of Spring, west of Cambridge Springs, west of Venango. At least that's what's being picked up on the Cleveland radar. Edinburgh at the moment, I heard, is getting a lot of heavy downpours. And yeah, I can tell from the radar that those heavy downpours are now crossing Edinburgh. There's even a bit of heavy rain happening in Waterford. It seems like it's approaching Wattsburg too. Union City seems to be getting out of heavy rain at the moment.
This is more of transitioning more into a heavy rain and flooding.
If you have any comments you'd like to share, please do so. Pouring in Conneaut, Ohio now. Major hail in Sheffield and Warren. Alright, I'm going to Sheffield.
Besides the severe thunderstorm warning that is still in effect. You're looking at our this is right down. This is actually Street and I-90. You can see the low visibilities there. So even in Summit Township, getting some heavy rain right now. Let's take it over to Meadville. I believe we're looking at
Looks like Edinburgh, Waterford, Wattsburg. Seems like even Summit Township, where we are, is getting some heavy rain. Summit Township is about right here, where you can see my cursor. Yeah, we seem to be in that heavy rain cord now. We can even hear it outside. How's Peachtree looking? I gotta pick up groceries. Oh, we do have the tower camera for that. Let's see. Pulling up the tower camera. It's raining. Yep. Well, it's not just the rain. It seems like the visibility has really lowered too. Can't really tell what's happening beyond this little mountain ridge right over here. You can only tell what's happening just on the other side. Seems like near the shopping center, but closer to Mill Creek Mall, yeah, you can't really tell what's happening there. So yeah, a bit of low visibility, a lot of heavy rain at the moment. So I would wait this out a little if you want to plan to shop for anything right now. Casey, you said you gotta pick up groceries. Yeah. Oh, was that lightning? We may have gotten a lightning strike over Peachtree. I think I just missed it. Actually, maybe that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. Let's take a look at this the movement of the system right now. If you want to know when all this heavy rain will end, short answer, doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. But if we do look for like a clear spot, it seems like that clear spot could be right here south of Fairview. How far away is that from Peachtree now? Let's see. About 8 miles. How fast is the system moving? 33 miles per hour? 17 miles per hour? I'd say 20 miles per hour right now. So I just do the quick math in my head. I'd say about 24 minutes, 25 minutes. 25 minutes, it could probably start to clear up. But it seems like if it does clear up, it'll be pretty brief, just given how small this low clear spot is. It'll still give us light rain, but at least it won't be too heavy.
That is progressing towards Waterford and Wattsburg, and over here, another cell coming up Ohio, getting ready to go to the west side of the
Alright. Tom Atkins is giving a little bit more info on the system right now, so if you want to tune in with him, you can as well, but I'll try to give more info too. So it seems like we're under severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Erie County as well as northern Crawford County. It seems like the system is now affecting towns like Edinburgh, Waterford, even Wattsburg. It seems like it moved out of Union City, at least for now. It seems to be approaching Cambridge Springs and Venango, even part of Sagertown. Looks like Edinburgh is really in the core of the system right now. I've been getting comments about how much heavy rain is falling in that area. Can I use that camera now? Edinburgh. Okay. Yeah, if we look at the weather camera for Edinburgh, we can get an idea of just how hard the rain is, or how heavy the rain is at the moment. Yep, you can even see that it's slanted a little to the side, so it looks like the wind is really picking up down there too, really carrying those rain showers off to the side.
Colors of green, which are
big lightning strike in Edinburgh and sheets of rain. Those are the comments we are getting right now from Edinburgh residents. Is Mercer, PA going to get hit with anything? All right, taking a look back at the system, it seems like it's mainly in effect for Erie County as well as Northern Crawford County. And if we go down a little further south, Mercer County is getting something, but it doesn't seem like it's severe. If it were severe, we would probably be getting that warning right now. But it seems like the parameters needed for severe weather are just not there yet in Mercer County. If we look at the Pittsburgh radar, which is a little closer to Mercer County, we can tell that the wind gusts right now are at 34 miles per hour, 30 to 35. For severe weather to really happen, the parameter would have to be up to 60 miles per hour. And we're not seeing that just yet. All right. Back to the Cleveland radar. Now back to Erie County. Seems like the system is stretching from Ashtabula all the way over to western Erie County, as far as Wattsburg, even further west or further east than Wattsburg. It seems like part of it is approaching into Chautauqua County at this moment. Something is popping up just south of Chautauqua, and it's moving at 18 miles per hour. Within these thunderstorms, we could see some high wind gusts, mainly cooling us off, but also really blowing the rain off to the side. So that'll be an issue when driving, as well as when walking. Don't want to have that rain splashing in your face. Current rainfall measured at 1.14 inches. Okay, Bob, thank you for that. Can you tell me where the location of that is, please? Chestnut Street is a river right now. Okay. Our yard's going to be flooded. Given these heavy downpours, it seems like at first the streets may be flooded. But with the winds, all those flooded roadways can flow over to yards as well. Yep. It's not just a severe thunderstorm warning we're under. We're also under an aerial flood advisory. That's for all of Erie County, given by the green outline that you can now see. All right. Let's see. Rainfall within the past 3 hours has risen greatly, as you can see here. The rainfall that we are now getting from these heavy downpours seems to be the highest over in Ashtabula. Looks like 5.4 inches. Flooded roadways, if we look at examples, possible examples of flooded roadways, within this red shaded area, those flooded roadways could be Green Hill Road, Dewey Road, Plymouth Ridge Road, Battles Road. Still a lot of rain falling in that area, so yeah, looks like you may want to take a detour if a common route that you take would be Green Hill Road. Now going over to Erie County, we're not really seeing as much rain, but it seems like there's still potential flooding for towns like Albion. Albion right now, looks like in the past 3 hours, 2.2 inches of rain fell. In the past 6 hours, it's the same thing, so I'll just use the past 3 hours for rainfall. So yeah, 2 to 3 inches of rain have fallen near Albion. Any potential flood roadways include Pont Road, Reservoir Road, Griffey Road, Curly Road, T883. So yeah, any roads within these cores right here have the potential to be flooded. And you may even notice this light blue outline here. It's I believe that is a flood warning. It's not a flood warning or a flood advisory. Let's see. If I just move this over here, I can until
right now on the website, and
flash flood warning. Yes, that is a flash flood warning, and that's in effect until 6 p.m. So yeah, it seems like given the amount of rain that has fallen outside of Ashtabula, like up to 5 inches, maybe even 5 to 6 inches over in Green Hill Road and Dewey Road. Wouldn't surprise me if those roadways are now flooded. So of course, if you see any flooded roadways, turn around, don't drown. And in the case of flooded roadways, Green Hill Road, Dewey Road, yeah, I would imagine those roadways seem pretty flooded. It seems like it's also along I-90 at the moment. It seems like driving on I-90 from Ashtabula to Erie County might not be the best route to take at the moment. If you want to drive from Ashtabula all the way to Erie, I would probably recommend State Route 84, maybe even Northridge Road, West Center Street. It may take longer, but I'd say it would be worth it. I mean, driving on I-90 right now may be highly discouraged, given how much rain has now accumulated out that way. If there's anybody in Ashtabula who knows just how flooded I-90 is right now, feel free to share that comment too. And of course, more info is being sent from Craig and Tom, who are live now, telling us about these warnings and all of the severe weather happening within the area. Just so you know, we're here to prepare you, not scare you, of course. Just be aware of any flood as well as thunderstorms. Thunderstorms right now, we are seeing a lot more cloud-to-ground lightning. A lot of rain is accumulated in Ashtabula, and there's more rain accumulating in Erie. So all those people in Erie right now, we're here to prepare you, not scare you. If you have any plans, do them quickly. There's still a lot of heavy rain scattered across the county. There's even an aerial flood advisory, but at this moment, rainfall amounts don't seem too high. It seems like the highest rainfall amounts right now are near Albion and are 2 to 3 inches, which still seems a little high. So just be careful. If we look over at the reflectivity at this moment, there's still a chance for similar flooded roadways to happen in Edinburgh as well as Waterford. Speaking of Edinburgh, if we look back over that weather camera, let me just pull it up again. Yeah, we can now see that the roadways are a little more than wet. You can kind of see streams of water being blown on the streets. So yeah, you can even tell that there's some minor hydroplaning at the moment, given the people driving right now. So yeah, just be careful out on the roads. Of course, hydroplaning will make it harder to drive. It'll be harder to control your vehicle with all that hydroplaning. So of course, you want to avoid flood roadways as much as possible. And I'm saying it again, turn around, don't drown. It's a very catchy phrase that we love to use when talking about flooded roadways. And it seems like the flood is kind of building up a little in Edinburgh, given all of the heavy rain. Mm-hmm. I'm at 1.15 inches over in Edinburgh right now. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure that might kick up a little bit more. Go back to the 3-hour rainfall accumulation. Yeah, 1.1, 1.3. Yeah, seems to be in line with the radar right now. But there's still rain falling, so there's a chance it could kick up to 2 inches, much like what's happened outside of Albion at the moment. If we go over to the roadways near Albion, like, what is that? Route 6N? Yeah, Route 6N between Albion and Edinburgh at the moment may be a little difficult. So you want to be careful while driving on that road. If anything, maybe I would recommend Crane Road, kind of like a drive on Crane Road around where all this rain has accumulated, drive down State Road, and then get back onto Route 6N if you want to avoid those slightly flooded roadways. That is, if you plan on going to Edinburgh. Yeah.
I'll take over for you, bud.
All right, they're going to take over for me, but yep.
Thanks for the info. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah. Get yourself a breather, some whatever you need there. Hello, everybody. Good to be back with you. What a great team we got here. Thanks for my guys taking over this morning and being right here, Johnny on the spot when the watches and mornings came out. So hello. I've got your comments up here. We'll continue the show. Funnel me some questions if you would like. If you have any questions, comments, or ideas, I'm gonna get oriented here because Craig and I, if you were watching TV, we're just on the air trying to give the TV audience a good overview and the basic prepare not scare motto. The severe thunderstorm warnings have been canceled, so we are transitioning, as we said on air, more of a flood situation here. So I guess we're looking at the cell that was warned for those of you, and I see Bob and Lori on here down in Edinburgh. I'm sure your rain gauges are clicking down there as this cell moves over. The other thing I want to tell you guys, and I believe we're looking at radar estimated rainfall totals here. So let me pop a couple up here just to show you what the radar is seeing. And obviously you're going to see some impressive numbers. We'll go near the Edinburgh area, estimating about 9/10 over towards Albion. 2-inch rains in these more tan.
We're starting to get some flood reports into, so you'll have to check your email a little bit.
Okay.
Pull that up. So.
All right. Yeah. Check. Well, we are, as Craig has said, and as Jacob has said, transitioning more into a flooding situation rather than a damaging thunderstorm in the sense of wind or rotation. And again, what I want to point out here, and we were just talking about that on TV, is the fact that we do have our storm tracker, storm chaser, Steve Marshall. He's right down here, and we have one damaging wind report so far officially confirmed out of Ashtabula County. And talking with Steve, he said he knows of nothing as far as any touchdown was concerned when there was a tornado warning, because a lot of times, and as you guys know, these tornado warnings are generated by radar. They see rotation up in the clouds, but is it on the ground? So far, when you see this little polygon come through here, you're going to see this little red polygon. That was the warning, which is long expired. We don't have any reports of any touchdowns, just some very gusty winds in the northern part of Ashtabula County. So this is the situation as we look at now for all of you in the audience, okay? And it's transitioning more into a heavy rain / flooding, and that's what this this green polygon around Erie County is for, okay? That's a flood advisory till 5:15 if you are in Erie County, and the blue polygon, and this is the northern half of Ashtabula County, is a flood warning. That's a step up. They're already getting some flooding, and that's till 6 p.m. So you see all these dark red cores here.
I turned off the severe warnings. You want
to click
them back on?
Right, all right. All right. Yeah. All right. And there you go.
Click that and
severe. Okay. All right. So let's see if there's anything left. Okay. Thanks, Jake. Right now, just one severe thunderstorm warning out here in eastern Warren County. Again, the tan ones are special weather statements. That means they're watching these storms in this area. You see the tan border here, but they're not severe. The warnings that are left are out here in eastern Warren County, so you guys will pay attention for you. And then I'll get back to your comments and questions, folks. And of course, we appreciate any reports that you can give us as well. So Clarendon, you're still under the gun until 3:30. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Warren County, the eastern portion. It's actually east of Warren, okay? So I want to do a little Doppler here just to show you, or to actually look to see if there's any rotation. When we look for rotation, we're looking at winds denoted moving away in red next to winds denoted moving toward the radar in green. So what you see here, and I know this is a little geeky for you, but I know you guys love weather. So here's a cluster of green echoes here, okay? The radar is State College. So these winds are moving in this direction towards the State College radar. Here's some red winds here. These winds are moving away. But the key here, they're not coupled. We call it a couplet. When they're next to each other, the two different colors, and very importantly, when they're the brighter greens next to the brighter reds, those are the highest wind speeds moving towards and away. You don't see any of that here. So there's some weak rotation going on, but keep in mind, this is way up in the clouds. This is not ground level. So sometimes they do indicate, sometimes they will issue a tornado warning based on that. That's called a radar indicated tornado warning. That is not the case here. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, but what they're seeing is rotation in the clouds. And by the time the radar gets over you guys in Clarendon and Warren and Glade, it's 6,500 feet off the ground. So that's why you've got a severe thunderstorm warning out here for you guys, not a tornado warning. There are no tornado warnings, no tornado watches in effect at this time. And as we said, we're transitioning more towards a rain situation. Not that you can't get hail, Clarendon, as well as south and east of Warren in some of these roads like Hemlock Road out here in these rural areas, 4 Mile Road and Route 62 as it comes down. But those are the main concerns. Heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds, maybe some small hail. But that's a severe thunderstorm warning, as it says here, for McKean County and eastern Warren County until 3:30. Let me get you back to the big picture and try to get a hold of what you guys are concerned about here. If you have any questions, comments, and whatnot, I'm just going to run an hour loop here, kind of zoom in so you can see what's going on. All right, let's see what we got going, folks. All right, let me back it up here and just see. I don't know how far back we're going here. Okay, let's see. Maggie May, thanks for the visibility report. Patty's grateful for the rain. Yeah, we do need the rain. Erie is actually 2.5 inches below normal. We don't want floods. Raining cats and dogs, way to put it. And Wendy Schultz is absolutely correct. Thanks, Bob Herman on New Road. Yes, Austin, we would look for a hook echo pattern. And maybe that's what they saw. They also saw rotation in the Doppler part of the radar that I just showed you guys for that warning back around 1 p.m. But yeah, we're seeing these storms transition more into gully washers, okay? And I believe I can put the lightning stuff back on here for you, because that would be good information. And just looking at this as a whole, again, it's a 1 hour loop. So we're starting at 157, we're burgeoning up to 200, but now we're dropping again, last frame 145. So these are what we call pulse storms. They grow in intensity and then they weaken, but the main effects of them, and especially if you're in a low-lying area near a creek or stream, poor drainage area, storm sewers that aren't that effective, you can get some flooding from this. So that's the main concern right there. So let me get back to you guys. What else? Julianne, good to see you from McCain, Cornman, east side of Erie. Michael, welcome back. Karen Connor, long time no see. Hello, Sally. Hello, Rhonda from Titusville. David, welcome from Central PA. Good to see you. Travman, great to have you back. Hello, Jane. Hello, Jody. And Warren, thank you for that report. What size was the hail, if you don't mind me saying? 1.5 inches from Borough Burbs, Bob, New Road, Franklin Center. Gail, I know you're in the Edinburgh area. No hail. So these are good things. I mean, you don't want anybody flooded. Hello, Harry. But we're not getting damage reports. Paul, Titusville, appreciate your stuff. Laura, 1.3 inches, basically. Thanks, Sarah. Again, be safe, because any thunderstorm's capable of producing lightning. I mean, that's what makes it a thunderstorm. You can't have thunder without lightning. So, you want to be in a safe place, sturdy building, away from water and metal. Don't take a bath. If you've got a corded phone, don't use that. You guys know the stuff we all learned in elementary school is good information for today. Thanks, Pat. Good to have you here in Clarendon. Thank you so much. It's a very valuable report. So there's one of the areas. Patricia's under a severe thunderstorm warning till 3:30. She's getting pea-sized hail. Pea-sized hail is not severe hail. For hail to be severe, the diameter has to be 1 inch, or think of the size of a quarter. Okay, so thankfully with these storms, even with the warnings, the damage has just not been there. And thankfully for that. Terry, Route 18, Elk Creek, thank you for that report. Celine, the airport queen, good to see you. Are you in, are you at work over at the airport? Good afternoon, Laura. Hello, Jess. Thanks for your report there. Fairmount East Side. But we're doing all right, Shannon, and we're doing all right, Jen Fisher. We do have some warnings, but if you're in Erie, you're not in one other than this flood advisory. Okay, so it's not the kind of thing that's going to damage you with a tornado or large hail or very strong winds. Martha, Rockdale Township, good to have you here. And if you want to see, you're looking for Titusville, Centerville. Okay, let's get you over into Crawford County. Got our IT guru, Brett Balicki, in here talking with Jacob. All hands on deck on a day like today. Newsroom getting covered by digital as well as traditional TV reporting. Everybody's helping us, and we appreciate your help as well. So there is Hightown, Titusville. Yeah, one's coming right up from the south there. So a lot of lightning, some heavy downpours, maybe some small hail. But right now, the National Weather Service not doing any warnings for that area. So good news there. Let's see. All right. Canadota Lake, yep, you can see, is it Amanda? You can see, you're getting clipped by one here, but the brunt of that one is what the lady from Union City was talking about. It's more concentrated towards your north. You might get clipped a little bit from this one, but it's a good old-fashioned thunderstorm with thundery downpours. All right, a lot of hucklebuck going on today. Albion, you guys, you can see a cell coming right over there. Jessica, but this is nothing. I mean, there's a brief heavy period of rain, and then it moves on, okay, and some thunder and lightning. So no severe weather warnings for there. Yeah, this is a loop. Okay, so we're good. Hi, Rodney. Good afternoon. Good to have you here. Laura, great to see you. Windy at times, yes, thankfully.
I've seen a lot of high rain accumulations over in Ashtabula County, especially like over I-90.
Yeah, Jason reporting, seeing Jacob reporting some high rain reports over here, and that's why they got this blue polygon for northern Ashtabula County. That's your flood warning. Elise, good to see you. Ashley, hello. 27th and Downey, yep. Heavy storm going over the city. You can see that right there. There's your cell. Okay, and you might get hit again. We'll go to the what am I thinking of? The weather cameras in a minute. Just take a look at that. All right, anything else? Let's see. Okay, well, you know what you better be doing pretty soon, but don't do anything around water for now. Pouring and windy in Union City. Thanks for that. Hello, Dan. Did you say you're out in the Cleveland area? Ashtabula, Karen, the polygon, the blue. Obviously, you're seeing a storm exiting to the east, North Kingsville and Conneaut. You guys under not only a severe thunderstorm watch, which we are all under. Where is my flood stuff? You're under a flash flood warning for northern Ashtabula County. I'm trying to get it to click up here, but it's not helping me. So just be advised for that. I believe it's still 5:30 or 6. Gerard radar, here you are, right there.
I want to take a look at the rain accumulations and see how it looks over the flood warning as well as the advisory.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a couple of cameras and then we'll do that. Thanks, Jake. And hopefully I covered Centerville. You're kind of in the split here. You got one over you now. You got one sliding just to your south and east. Okay, there. And as far as the radar is concerned, I want to switch the radars here just so we get put the Cleveland one back on, just to give you the latest from anything coming in from the west. again, we call this stuff stratiform. If you look at, and I'm going to stop this loop for you, the stuff that's severe is in clusters with cores. Those are the ones that not only capable of producing heavy downpours, but maybe some gusty winds and hail. So those type of cellular storms, and look to the radar, are basically in northwest Pennsylvania into north central Pennsylvania and New York. Now, if you look to the west, you're going to see a lot of green and a lot of yellow, okay? And you can also see that these skits, these arrows with colors, they're all green. Green is non-severe, and this kind of radar pattern where it's not the cores and the jagged edges, it's more continuous green with some yellow and a little bit of orange. That's called stratiform. That's rain. That's basically a bunch of rain without the potential for severe. Now, that has the potential for flooding, but that's what's coming in from Ohio mainly, just to try to kind of answer your question there. Get back to you guys. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Youngsville. Yeah, we can tap into Warren County here. So yeah, you got one coming right over you right now. So, you know, get set to get wet if you're not getting drenched already there, Tanya. Okay, Linda Morgan, good to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you for the report from Finley Lake. Trina, really flying into Cleveland around 6 p.m. and sweating. Oh, okay, so by 6 p.m. things should be better. Okay, good point. Duck weather. Thank you again for that. Peggy Ann, good to see you. You're welcome for the update. Angela from Waterford, good to see you. Hopefully you're not getting any flooding there. Wattsburg, thank you. Richard, always a pleasure to hear from you. Sagertown, we'll go to Crawford County for this. Just give me a second, and we'll go there to look at Sagertown. And, you know, you got a few little, 5-minute cores there is what I like to call them, but nothing severe, just drenching downpours that are quick to move on. All right. Let me see. Thank you for that. Some flooding in Waterford. That's why you've got the flood advisory there. You're welcome. Let's do some, what I want to do right now is also do some all right, how about some cameras? All right, so we're getting Edinburgh right here. We'll go through the cameras. We'll go through some radar estimated rain totals, as well as back to the radar and see if there's anything additional. So let's run down the camera rotation here, and I'm going to give you full screen here for the best effect. Seems like you guys in Waterford are bearing the brunt of the situation. So we'll just go down the line. Okay, you're looking at Edinburgh here. The rain has weakened a little bit. Bayfront is going to be the next camera. You can see kind of a foggy, misty view there. So a brief heavy downpour is possible, but you can also see that there's so much moisture in the atmosphere, it can cause some mist and fog. Next stop is Conneaut Lake, and you can see some breezes here, and basically cloudy skies, a little break from the rain there. I can show you kind of a traditional view. We'll look at the lake for a second as a whole as we continue around on your camera tour here. Let us see just the view north across the lake. North view coming up for you. You can tell it's breezy there. The clouds certainly look ominous, but water's rippling a little bit. Bright spots, dark spots. The rain comes and goes. Okay, that's what we're dealing with now, but no reports of severe weather. Downtown Erie for you. I believe we're going to be looking at State Street there. Again, a misty, kind of a downpour going on there. If you work downtown or you're traveling through the downtown area, remember these are live shots here, and we Got a little extra alert coming on the weather radio there. Jacob's going to check it out. We'll pass it along to you. All right, just giving you a little closer view downtown to check the intensity of the rain here. Camera might shake a little, but it's not too bad at the moment. All right. Okay. So the rain is falling pretty well on State Street downtown. Okay. There's a view for you there. Over to ERI, Erie International. Try to get that one going for you. Of course, you're looking at the Mill Creek area there. Rain coming straight down on West 12th Street. What else can we do? Girard down the road a piece on Highway 20. Looking at downtown Girard, heavy traffic, but not heavy rain. Okay, so for those of you guys, till when?
Until 7 p.m.
Okay, so now we've got a flash flood warning for northeastern Crawford.
Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are possible in the warning area.
Okay, so you guys, all right, Spartansburg, Centerville, that area. We'll focus back on there in a second. That's, of course, Girard you're looking at live right now. And Land Lighthouse, looking at the North Pier Lighthouse, again, kind of a misty, foggy, light rain situation there for you guys in Crawford County, Meadville, looking at the WNGW tower there. On the hill, I'm going to swing it down into the downtown area, take a look at Chestnut Street in Meadville, in Crawford County for this. And ooh, look at that roll cloud. Wait for a second, you'll see it. That's what you call a roll cloud. Is that cool or what? Over Chestnut Street. Got a lot of rain in it, but no rotation, and that's not the kind of cloud that causes rotation, but it makes for a pretty picture down there. Let us see. I'll get back to you guys. So again, we do have a new flash flood warning for northeastern Crawford until 7 p.m. And those of you in that area, please be advised. Thank you, Kelly from Sagertown. A lot of reports for heavy rain in Waterford. Buffalo. Where, Jerry on I-90 are you talking about? Are you in the east side of the county? Let me know if you can. Thanks for that report. Laura in Waterford. No, tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day, and that's what we want to alert you guys to as well. There will be vast improvement over the next few hours, and tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. Actually, a little on the cool side, but less humid, lots of sunshine breaking through. High near 70, Jacob said. He's working on a forecast now. Thanks, Jennifer from Albion, UPMC. Yeah, we could take a look at that. Thanks, Adam. Great call there. Hello, Suzanne from over in Ohio. Good, Michelle. We like boring. Let's see. Okay, rain done in Waterford. Good to hear that. Yep. Thanks, Linda, over in Corey. So there's big old roll cloud moving across Chestnut Street in Meadville. We'll give you a few more live shots, and then we'll check the radar and stuff like that. Hang on, bear with me as I go back to my graphics controls here. All righty. All right, so okay, so where were we? Okay, so our tower cam will give you a view here, I-90 and Peach Street. Thanks. We've had some hail earlier this evening. As you look at it, the cloud almost looks like it's touching the ground as you look at I-90 and Peach there. Some hail reported earlier. Starbrick, Warren County, Jake's Rocks, also Union City, North Warren. They all seem to be pea-sized, dime-sized at the most. Sheffield, Warren itself. Thanks to you guys and Jacob for passing these along to us. So this is really not turned into a damaging situation. It's turning into more of a heavy rain / flooding situation. Warren, you know all about that. We'll go to whatchamacallit, Pennsylvania Avenue. I'll widen this out so you guys can get a better perspective. I know a lot of you are watching us in Warren County. I believe your severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect for about another 19 minutes there. But as we back it out and take a look at the river, as well as Veterans Memorial Bridge and more of Pennsylvania Avenue, as well as the hills and the skies. Not raining as hard as it was, but still raining. And thankfully, it's just rain as long as it doesn't flood. No reports, and I want to reiterate that, no tornado touchdowns, no reports of large hail, no reports of damaging wind except over in northern Ashtabula County in Ohio. I want to go downtown for you. I know the Seawolves played at I think 12:05 today. And thanks, Adam Ripley, for being on top of the situation there. I forgot we got a view into Jerry Park, or what they call it now, UPMC Park. Shows you how long I've been doing this. So we'll just take a quick look at that, and then we'll go on to other stuff, look at rainfall and anything else that's pertinent. Again, continue to funnel in your reports. If you've got any significant weather in your area, we love to hear from you. Camera's going to spin around past Erie Insurance Arena and go right into the tarp. So there you go. Still coming down there. So they got the tarp on the field. And that's what you might expect in this situation. So back to the radar we go. Okay, I see some of your questions here. So let me get this back up here. Meadville to Erie, someone was saying, you still got a line here, okay? So if you're going, and I'll change the color of the pen here, maybe make it stand out a little more because we got a lot of yellows going on here already underneath. Maybe I don't know, anything bright blue. What do they call it? Cyan on your Crayola crayons. Maybe this will stand out. If you're going Meadville to Erie, obviously you're going to get some of this thing cutting across, but then it should lessen up somewhat, okay? So that hopefully will answer your question there. Appreciate it. Warren County still in the warning until 3:30. There is a flood, flash flood warning, was it, Jacob, for northeastern Crawford? Okay. Flash flood warning for this area, northeastern Crawford. Let me back it up a bit. Put the big loop on. And really, folks, to give you that hope here, you can see that we are, there's the back edge of it, okay? Back edge is back here. So we can determine from the speed here, and let me just do some quick and dirty speed to give us at least a pretty good estimation of when the rain will be clearing the area. This is a 1 hour loop. So let me just do a couple things just to try to get an idea of how quick this back edge is moving. Okay, guys, it's going to take me a second. It goes from here. Whoops, Tom, grab the right instrument here. Goes here to here. Okay, so what we're looking at here is it's moving at about 35 miles an hour. So there's the back edge of it. It's 180 miles, give or take, from Erie. So, you divide that in, that's 5 to 6 hours away, the back edge. And that's much lighter rain out there. We're not saying severe weather, but that's why they have this watch until 9 p.m. What I'm saying is that any significant rain should be over with by around 9 p.m., okay, or any rain in general. So this stuff is going to be moving out by 9 p.m. The other question you have to answer there, how much of it will drop, between now and 9 p.m. So we're not saying you're going to get severe weather for 6 hours. We're just saying that that's probably when the back edge of any rain clears Erie, and of course a little bit later as you go through Corey, Warren, Titusville, Spartansburg, areas to the east of Erie. But they do have this very cool tool here that I'd like to show you right now, which is radar estimated precipitation. And I'm just going to go with like 24-hour rainfall here. All right. And let me center it up and just do a couple things here and take the lightning off. And this is why they have some flood warnings and flood advisories here. If we just hit a few points here, you can see where the rain's been the heaviest. Albion area, they're estimating about 1.5 inches. Across the state line, Ashtabula over 3 inches. Okay, Waterford, that's not a good reading. Pardon that. Over 1 inch in Union City there. So just looking at the reasons they have these advisories and warnings for flooding, because this thing has turned into more of a rain situation here. Okay. All right. Good stuff there. So there you go. All right. Let me get back to you guys. All right. I haven't had a chance, Mary, to look at our email, but if that's the way you sent it, great. And I haven't had a chance to look at Facebook Messenger either, because I'm with you guys and I've been on TV. Thank you, Mary from Cranesville. Thank you, Jason from Clymer. Okay, thank you for that. Russell. Well, you'll have that. Garbage cans will move on days like this. All right, let's see. All right, anything else? Grove City, all right. Okay, let us see. Looks like you got a cell to your north. So again, we're all under the severe thunderstorm watch. That's the yellow, but remember, that's a watch. That means it's possible, but it's not a definite. The only warnings are here in Southwest Erie County. Is that the latest? I do not know. Hold on. Let me just check back here, because I don't want to say the wrong. No, that is not the latest. This is the latest. The only warnings are in eastern Warren and McKean counties right now for severe storms. All this green and blue, and again, I'll try to circle it for you just to show you where this is. Right here, down the lakeshore, northern Ashtabula, northeastern Crawford, Erie County. These are all flood kind of things, whether they're advisories or warnings. So, and that's where the heavy rains are passing through right now. So, again, not a severe situation at this point, except extreme eastern Warren and McKean counties, more of a heavy rain flood situation going on right there. All right. Anything else? All right. Good. That's our motto. We've had it for 25 years, I believe. Thank you for reminding us. Okay. Any other questions from you guys? I'll put some lightning back on here just to check the intensity of the storm. Just to look at the lightning. Get an idea of the intensity here. Starting at 250, we're ending up at 135. So, okay, this is good news. All right, you can see the lightning strikes, the total strikes are decreasing in the last hour. The heaviest spells, you're still going to get some heavy rain out here. Okay, it's Western Erie County, getting into western Crawford County, and then more shots in Warren County. Wouldn't be surprised if they put you under some kind of flood advisory or flood warning there in Warren County. But we're getting through the heavy stuff. And again, to use our idea here that everything's moving east at about 35 miles per hour, if you do the back edge of it again here, the heavy rain, and you track it east. Let's just do some estimates here. The back edge of the strongest rain should be to Edinburgh in another hour. To east between Corey and Warren, the back edge of the heaviest rain should be there in another 2 hours. So by 5:20, say, past Warren and into McKean County, it'll be in Bradford, the back edge of the heavy rain in 3 hours. So what we're saying here is in another hour, things should be starting to lighten up on the I-79 corridor from Erie to Edinburgh to Meadville to Grove City. This should come through in the next hour, and then you got lighter rains behind it. That back edge should be crossing into Warren County. Now you're getting slammed now, and you will for another hour or perhaps two at times, heavy downpours. But by 2 hours, that back edge of the heavy rain should be somewhere between Corey and Warren, and it should be east of Warren in about 2.5 hours. Okay, and then we just deal with lighter rains and things winding down rainfall wise in the evening through 9 p.m. Okay, and a little bit later for you guys out east. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of everything going on here right now and what we can expect. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dolores. We appreciate that. Okay, got some tree limbs down out there. All right, I gotta take a break here and regroup with Jacob. So just to recap real briefly here, the warnings for severe weather, in other words, severe thunderstorm warnings, are for a few more minutes, eastern, Warren, and McKean counties and out east. The flood advisories and warnings are for northern Ashtabula, northeastern Crawford, Erie County for now, but we will continue to get heavy rains through the I-79 corridor at times the next hour, and out east for a couple more hours, heavy rains possible. And if there are any other warnings, severe weather-wise or anything else, we'll be passing them along. You can always check Facebook or on Jet Fox your Erie. Or the television stations for, we'll run those crawls. And a couple last minute questions I can take here. John, good to see you. And that's what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. Good stuff. So, more rain to go through. Hopefully the flooding is not too bad in flood-prone areas. As I said, we'll continue to update you, and if there is any more stuff, we will pass it along. We will be back on here, and if things get bad, we'll be on TV. But right now, just a watch for severe weather warning expiring in Warren and McKean soon. In the next 5 minutes, we'll look for heavy downpours, some lightning, but that is decreasing as well. We'll check the flood potential, pass along any warnings or advisories flood-wise. And the good news is by this evening, the stuff will be kicking out of here. and some beautiful weather will be coming up. Oh, nice focus there. Hang on. So we're headed into a really nice day tomorrow and a very nice day on Friday. So we're here the rest of the afternoon, of course, to see to pass along anything if it's weather that could cause some damage. Other than that, we look forward to improvement. Deal with the rain over the next 1 to 3 hours, at least some heavy downpours, and then that should be moving out, and better weather moving in. And of course, we may be back on here if necessary, but I think you guys have the idea, and we shall be moving towards greener pastures as we go through the rest of the night. Of course, coming up, jet action news at 5 o'clock and 5:30 and 6 with the latest. We're always on Facebook, at least posting stuff, and of course our website, yourerie.com. So thank you very much, everybody, for your support. Just going to shut it down, at least for a while here. You know how to get a hold of us if you do have any questions, and if there are any other weather warnings, advisories, or watches, we'll be getting them to you as well. So thanks for your support. Thanks to my team for their support. Nothing you haven't been through before. Getting better this evening, getting beautiful next couple of days. And we will see you later on down the line. I know I'll see you guys later tonight on Facebook Live, the Weather Nightcap. Thanks a lot. Make it a great afternoon. We're here for you, and evening and nighttime as well. Take care, everybody. Okay, still back with you just for a minute or two, because when I see stuff like Ariel saying lots of reports of damage Union City area, please tell me what kind of damage you're talking about, because we're always interested in that. All right, and for all of you, I'm going to put our email up here, and if you have pictures or any reports of damage or pictures of damage, we invite you to email that information and or photos to us at weather@wjettv.com. Okay, so if you have confirmed reports, or that's, sorry about that, I'm going to take that down. I misspelled the address there. So again, we have not seen a lot or heard a lot of damage reports, so we appreciate you guys. And if you have, credible, reliable information, and especially if you got some pictures or some video, send it up to us at this address. Yeah, if you've got trees that are down that you got a picture of, or power lines that are down, or God forbid, a tree on a house or a vehicle, substantiated reports and pictures we are very interested in. So I'm going to leave this up for a minute, just so you guys can all get a view of that, and we'll stay with you for another minute or two. What size was the hail in Warren? Judith, and I'll put this back up. Okay, because thankfully we don't have a lot of damage reports, but we're always interested in, because you're never going to get everything okay? And we rely on you guys especially for that kind of information, because you live in the towns and the boroughs and the villages, and weather is reported widely at airports, but most people don't live at airports. So it's great to have your report. And another encouraging sign here is you can see that almost the back edge of the heavy rain is at the Ohio PA line here. I haven't heard anything from our storm tracker, Steve Marshall. So no tornadic damage. I'm sure he'll have some video for us. But no, Tina Adams, no tornado. There was a tornado warning earlier, but nothing ever touched down. It was around 1 p.m. for southwest Erie County and northwest Crawford and portions of Ashtabula, but it was a radar indicated tornado. And I'll show you exactly what we're talking about here. Right here for about, I guess, about a half hour. I'll bring it back. There it is, right there. I'm going to take the lightning off so you can see it better. Okay, you see that little red polygon? So this afternoon there was what we call a radar indicated tornado warning. That means there was rotation in the clouds between 1:13 and 1:45, basically, about a half hour. But nothing touched down, and all we're dealing with now is thunderstorms with heavy rain. We have had some reports of wind damage, but nothing as far as large hail is concerned. No tornado watches, no tornado warnings at this point. Turning more into kind of a flash flood advisory concern right now. Okay. No problem. We're good. Nothing you haven't been through before. Okay. So again, one more time with the web address. And if the good thing is that we had our storm tracker, Steve Marshall, on this storm. He was sitting right about here and nothing. It's great when you have eyes and ears on the ground because that's better than radar. Radar's great. Satellites are great. Nothing better. Nothing beats ground truth. So there we are. All right, so you guys get the idea. We're going to take a break. As we've been saying, the back edge of the heavy range is crossing the Ohio PA border right now. Still, another half hour, 45 minutes for the I-79 corridor. It'll clear between Corey and Warren in another hour and a half or hour 45 minutes. It'll probably be totally out of here by 5:30, 6 o'clock. That is the heavy rain. We can still get showers through about 9 p.m., I would think, and then that'll be moving out, much brighter skies ahead. And there you go. It's been our pleasure serving you. Have a great evening. Be safe. And if anything changes, we will be back here for you and on TV. But right now, things do not look that bad. Okay. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, everyone. See you later on.